Hi there, Joka here, and in this video I'm sharing with you the cards that I've created with the Spellbinders August large die kit. So here you see the kit. It's quite large, the dies themselves, a bunch of leaves and a stem with leaves and a few strawberries and a basket, so you can create a variety of fruity cards. And I think this outline fits that floral die as well. I don't know if that was how it was meant to be. I did not try it actually. I just used that for creating small flowers. And I kind of took liberty with the colors there, I think. I do love red strawberries, don't get me wrong. I just think because I created quite a few Christmas cards recently, I did not want to use red, and so I just went with pinks. And also the one color I really wanted to use was the new forest cardstock, this really dark green from Spellbinders as well, because I really love that color. I mean, I don't know, it's actually not a color I would think to go with for anything. But when I saw it, I don't know, I fell in love with it, and it goes well with a lot of different colors. So I'm really excited about using it. I used it in quite a few color combos. There's some videos coming up with some of them, although not for Spellbinders. But maybe you want to check them out if you are looking for something when it comes to color combos and stuff. I'm sorry, I'm babbling again. This is the second time that I'm trying to add audio to this video because something is wrong with my editing program, and the first one was corrupted, the file. So let's see if this is gonna work. So here I'm creating the first card. It's super simple. I'm just trying to create a basket of strawberries, and this is how I go about it. By the way, I'm using the Dune cardstock for the basket. That is also a new cardstock. And I die cut 2 layers, or well, I die cut that basket twice from the cardstock, and then glued them together, and I kind of shaped it so that it will go around the strawberries that I'm now adding behind it, if that makes sense. And I'm only going to glue down the 2 sides of that basket. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I kind of settle on a design, like here I was, I kind of placed the strawberries in a way that I liked, and then I start gluing them down, and all of a sudden they are different. So here I had those darker pinks all in a row in the end, and I really didn't like that. So I'm now adding one here at the bottom. And by the way, sorry about my hair. We have a heat wave, and I was standing in front of the fan, and it's just blowing everything everywhere. So sorry about that. It's going to be in the frame quite a lot. And then for the leaves and the stems, I'm using 2 different greens. One is the forest, and the other one is an old Tim Holtz cardstock, I think, that I found in my stash, and it looks really great with the dark green. What did I want to say? Oh yeah, the small leaves that you can see here, I think, based on the graphic that I saw at least, I think they meant these small leaves to be used, so 3 of them, to create that typical shape of the strawberry leaf. But I was kind of struggling with it, to be honest. it's not that it doesn't work. It does, but it kind of you really have to play around with the placement of those leaves. Maybe you don't, you're not as particular as I am, I guess. I don't know. But I was having a bit of a hard time with that. And then I'm also adding some of these really cool larger leaves. I really love that they have these two-tone, well, you have a possibility to create two-tone leaves. Basically, there's dyes for that. I don't know if you remember a few months ago, there was, I think it was the Be Bold collection, where there was this large lemon set, and those leaves were also um, built a similar way. So yeah, and then I'm also adding a few of these flowers. I actually die cut quite a few of them because they are so cute. They are so simple, but I don't know, maybe it's the colors that I use. You probably don't see it here, but the flowers are actually not white. I believe I use the Barely Peach cardstock, but I actually have to look at it because there's two of these really light cardstocks, and I seem to, in the video I cannot really always tell the color, and sometimes I mix them up. Now I don't even remember the name of the other one. It's that one is a more like an ivory color, and this actually looks like that here. So I will have to double check and then link the correct cardstock in the video description box. And lately I'm using a lot of mustard cardstock. I always love this color. I don't know. I'm sure you have these phases as well where you are obsessed with one color and then it's just a phase. So that's why you are seeing mustard in this video and the other video as well. Okay, so I'm arranging a bunch of these little flowers, and by the way, I should mention that you can die cut 4 of them at the same time with the dies that are included in the kit, so that's quite good. So it doesn't take ages. And as you can see, I'm using sentiment dies from this month's small die kit. These are really fun, and I really love the font. And obviously you can use them without the shadow die or with, if you want to add some 2 different colors, for example, or monochromatic would be nice as well. And this one here is one of my all-time favorite embossing folders. It's very old, from Fun Stamper's Journey, and I couldn't find it on the Spellbinders website anymore, so I'm sorry about that. But I just the leaves really reminded me of strawberry leaves, and I prefer adding some kind of texture in the background if I don't use pattern paper, because just plain background is not so my style, I think. So I wanted to use some embossing folder here. And yeah, I'm putting together those leaves that I mentioned, and I actually die cut 2 of them because I wasn't sure how I wanted to do my card, and I wanted something different than what I ended up with. I wanted to kind of I didn't want to layer them on top of each other, to be honest. I just wanted to place one in one corner, the other one in the other, in the opposite corner, but they're quite large, and then I just ended up layering the 2 together just so that I don't waste them, basically, and I didn't want to create 2 cards. And then originally I wanted to add 5 strawberries, but as you could see on the first card, I actually needed an extra strawberry because I messed up the gluing down of the strawberries, so they were in one line, and I didn't like that arrangement. So I used one of my die cuts from this card that I meant to use for this card. So I did not bother die cutting another one again. I just used the 4. And then again, as you can see, I'm trying to play with those 3 leaves that I mentioned earlier. And then it's not too bad the way, they are meeting in the middle, but I still felt like, especially in this light, you cannot really tell. But then I felt like adding some flowers there. I know that on real strawberries, the flowers wouldn't be there, but you know me, I like to add flowers to anything. It doesn't have to be realistic at all. And then I ended up using the same color, the dark forest color, for these leaves. The only reason being because the stems were and the leaves on the left were already too colored, and I felt like it was very uniform, if that makes sense. So I just decided to use one single color for the small leaves on the strawberries. And then to finish off the card, I'm adding quite a few flowers, but you know me, I need flowers on everything. And then for sentiment, I'm again using the one of the sentiments from the small die kit this month. I am layering 3 of the shadow together to create a dimensional piece, and then the top layer I die cut from mustard cardstock again. And that is gonna do it for today. What I do want to mention before I go, I don't know if I'm going to have time to create anything for the 14th. I do have a lot of products, and I really, really would like to share videos with you, but I am not sure if I have time before mid-end of September. Let's see. But also I want to mention that next month, September, club kit videos will definitely be late because I will be on holiday until the very end of August. So unfortunately, it will be late, but please bear with me. I am gonna come back at some point. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you a very, very beautiful summer. Bye bye.